Hey everyone, hey everyone, welcome to day 8 of the 100 days coding challenge. And before now, we said that we're going to be using day 1 to 10 to build a full e-commerce website. And during last 2 or 3 days, we did add to carts. We talked of admin dashboard, creating products, add products. So we had created an admin dashboard already. We have displayed our product in the website, and we have added this product to carts. So the next step in an e-commerce website is proceeding to checkout. And proceeding to checkout means you are integrating a payment gateway for online payments of what you have in your cart. So I explained the payment gateway as a service that allows you to accept any payments online securely, right? So today we're going to make use of Stripe and Paystack. Now the reason why I'm saying we're using two payment gateway is for my Stripe account. Obviously you can't use in Nigeria, you can't have a Nigeria account with Stripe because of, for some reasons, right? So but for Paystack, I have my Paystack, so I'm going to be using Paystack first, and we're going to be using Stripe later. So the first thing I did was I created an account with Paystack, right? So I went to paystack.com, I created an account basically with your phone numbers and every other information. And after doing that, I went to Paystack documentations and I looked at because I told you the last time we talked about method the steps in building a product. We talked about methodology. We talked about step by step. Okay, so from the front end, I integrated the API here, and I passed the reference that was there. I passed the access code and the authorization URL. Also the email and the password and the amount also was, although the amount, because I was testing from the back end, I could put a static amount, but from the front end, the amount was gotten from the total from the item in the cart and the shipping fee. So if you look at the what we have here, you would see that there is from on the sidebar of on the side of the checkout, we have the products, right? Those products are what we have from the carts. We have the subtotal of those products. We have the shipping, right? And the shipping has three parts. We have, if you are using DHL shipping, if you are using, so depending on the client, right? So we can have, the client can tell you, okay, this shipping is 5,000 naira, this other shipping is 10,000 naira, this other shipping. So depending on, the difference between them is the numbers of days, because I believe that the higher the price of the shipping method, the faster the delivery. So for instance, if you are paying 20,000 to ship a good from London to, for instance, or let's say 100,000 to ship from London to Nigeria, right? With maybe the plane, right? Or you are paying for a maybe a canoe or a ship to move it. The prices for the plane will definitely be higher because it takes a shorter time to get the goods. So the calculation on the amounts, right, on the front end is, but one of the things you need to understand when you're integrating payment, the first thing to understand is your secret key, because when you get to Paystack, right, when you create your account in Paystack or in payment gateway, you will get to your API section in your dashboard. So the API has two things. That's the secret key, a test key, and a live key. So you must be careful enough that the keys are not reviewed, because hackers are everywhere. We all know that. And the reason why, security is very important in any software, and the reason why most softwares are being hacked and all this, because a particular key was either exposed. So if the secret key or the test key is exposed in your application, it will be easier for they can dive, because obviously there are scenarios where an hacker diverts money into to his own account. That is because it got an exposed secret key. So you must be careful as to not expose. And how do we not expose our secret key? By creating your .env, obviously, and not just creating those the .env, but making sure that when you're pushing your code to production, your .env is not also pushed alongside to production. So your secret key must be inside your .env. Right, keep it in your .env for security's sake. So back to the front end and what was done there. So after integrating the backend API, so basically only one API that was created here. We are still going to have the webhook API for monitoring the process of the money that is when you make a payment. Sometimes before the money enters into your account, it takes a while, especially if you are dealing with Stripe. In fact, even in Stripe, the first time you make a payment to Stripe, you might not see the money until 24 hours because they are trying to validate that your account and your information you have on Stripe is very secure. So after your 24 hours of seeing the amount, the next consecutively transaction you are using Stripe, it will be instantaneous. So and for you to track where the money is, sometimes the money can hang. The money can hang on the payment gateway you are using. The money can get into your account. So for you to track all of this, we are going to make use of webhooks and create some endpoints for that. But for today, the endpoint is just for successful payment and not tracking the payment. So that's why we created the endpoint which is a post request, which we tested, and it gave us our reference ID, it gave us our access code and our authorization URL. So we now integrated this from the front end, and after doing that, as you can see, this is the way of integrating. And after doing that, like I said, the total payment is not